Hey, fifth grade, happy Wednesday. Well, today we are taking a look at additive and multiplicative patterns again. But we're working a little backwards from yesterday. So let's think about what we did yesterday. I'm going to move my little photo over here. Okay. So yesterday I gave you a rule and you plugged in your values for X to see what Y would be. And then we filled out our table with different values and we were able to create enough coordinate pairs or ordered pairs to create a line on the graph. There were some things that we noticed every time we had a rule that had an addition sign in it. We saw some things about our graph. And then every time our rule was multiplication, we noticed some different things about our graph. So in right here, where I want you to answer the questions, what were some things you noticed about additive patterns, either in the graph or the table? And then what were some things you noticed about the multiplicative patterns? Remember, the additive patterns came from the rules that had addition in them, and the multiplicative patterns came from the rules that had multiplication in them. I want you to be thinking about those different things or observations from yesterday because they're going to help us today. Okay, so today, instead of giving you a rule and you create a line, we're going to have lines and we're going to create a rule to help us figure out what kind of pattern it is, if it's additive or multiplicative. So the first thing we would do is take a look at our line. So we're going to first look at the green line here. Okay, so and since we're looking at the green line, I am going to use my green pen to write the points. So I have an empty coordinate table here, and I'm going to use it to put the points that are already on the graph. So I'm going to look at my line and kind of make some dots where I know I could put the ordered pairs in. So I see that the line crosses through the origin. And we know that the origin is where X is 0 and Y. So that's one of my ordered pairs there. My green line also passes through this point right here, which it looks like it's a 1 on the X axis and a 4 on the Y axis. Okay, now let's look for another one that's pretty easy to read. If we go up here, it passes through the 2 on the x-axis and the 8 on the y-axis. And let's do one more. Let's look for 3. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. So it passes through 3 on the x-axis, and then it goes, and that is at 12 on the y-axis. Okay, now we can look at our table and kind of think of it as an input-output table. Okay, so we have some values for X, and then something is happening to X in order to give us Y. Because remember, we always do something to X, and it equals Y. We could be adding something to X or multiplying something to X. Well, do you remember what some of the attributes or some of the characteristics of our patterns? Which one always went through the origin? If you remember, the multiplicative patterns always went through the origin because every time you multiply any number by 0, you're going to get 0. So if X is 0, then our Y is always going to be 0 when we're multiplying. And our green line follows that rule when X is 0, Y is 0, because our line goes through the origin. So we know we are going to be multiplying. Let's see, I'm going to put an M for multiply. Okay, so now the question is, what are we multiplying by? We're multiplying something times x to get y. Well, do you know what the easiest thing to look for if we want to know what we're multiplying by? It's our number 1. Because whatever I multiply 1 by, I'm going to get that answer, right? So we know that if x is 1, then y is 4. So the only logical explanation that we could be multiplying everything by would be 4. And let's just make sure that the rest of our x values follow that rule. So here, if I multiply x times 4, and let's, if x is 0, then y would be 0, okay. If I say x is 1, then I'd be multiplying 4 times 1, and that equals 4, and that checks out. Okay, that's good. If I say 4 is 2, I'm sorry, if x is 2, then let's see, y would be 8, and that checks out. That is exactly what we got. And then let's do one more, 4, and if x is 3, what would y be? Well, we know that y, if we followed our rule here, 4x equals y, then y is 12. And here in our graph table, when x is 3, y is 12. So this is definitely a multiplicative pattern, and it looks like our rule is 4x equals y. Okay, so now let's take a look at our blue line. I'm going to switch to my blue pen to see what we can see from our blue line. Okay, I always love to start with when x is 0. Okay, at 0, it looks like y is halfway in between 4 and 5. So I'm going to put 4.5. Now let me see what happens when x is 1. So that means I'm going to go to the 1 and go up. And it looks like when x is 1, y is 5.5. And when x is 2, right here, y, oops, I'm putting my blue dot everywhere but where it needs to be. When x is 2, it looks like y is halfway in between 6 and 7, so that looks like it'd be 6.5. And let's do one more. When x is 3, it looks like y is halfway between 7 and 8, so that would be what? 7.5, right? Okay. So which of our patterns did not go through the origin? Because our blue line does not go through the origin, does it? No, it passes the y-axis above the origin. It passes the y-axis at 4.5. Do you remember which pattern did not go through that origin? Our additive patterns never went through the origin. Because every time you add a number to 0, you're going to get another number besides 0, right? So I have a feeling that this pattern is additive. Another thing I said about additive patterns is if when your x increases by 1, then your y increases by 1. And in this case, we kept increasing our x value by 1. And the exact same thing happened to y. And then one way you can see, so I think we're going to have something plus x is going to give us y. So how can we figure out what we are adding to x to get y? Well, honestly, the easiest one to look at is 0. Because if this was 0, and it says here that when x is 0, y is 4.5. Well, what can I add to 0 to get 4.5? Well, the only thing I can add to 0 to get 4.5 is 4.5, because 4.5 plus 0 equals 4.5. Well, let's make sure the rest of the x values follow. So if I added 4.5 plus 1, what would I get? Well, 4.5 plus 1 is 5.5, right? And does that check out? Yeah, it does. Okay, what if we said 4.5 plus 2? Well, I would add my whole numbers together, which is 2 and 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. And then I would have my half also, so that's 6.5, which checks out. When x is 2, y is 6.5. And then finally, let's do 4.5 plus 3. We add our whole numbers together. 3 plus 4 is 7, plus our half, that's 7.5. And yes, it checks out. When x is 3, y is 7.5. So our blue line must be an additive pattern, while our green line is a multiplicative pattern. So let's again review some of the characteristics. The multiplicative pattern goes through the origin. And the other thing about it is look how much it increases, how quickly it increases. The additive pattern does not go through the origin. It crosses the y-axis at a number higher than 0. And then it increases by 1 each time. Every time the x increases by 1, the y increases by 1. Okay, we have one more example to go over, and then you have some independent practice to do.